Hello, my darlings. How are you? My sister asked me when it was I going to do another video because I hadn't done one in a little bit, so I thought I'd go ahead and do one. God help me. You know, I'm starting to think that normal is just a setting on a washing machine. Because even if you're looking for conversation only, you're not looking for anything else. And that's where I'm at because I'm just so detached from the BS on site. But you can't even, on the so-called sites, but you can't even have a normal conversation with somebody without their weirdness popping up at some point. So you get to the point where you're like, really? Okay, so one person that I got rid of, and I talked about possibly meeting. However, he is entirely too far away. He's 3.5, 4 hours away. I am not driving 4 hours to meet any man. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. I'm not going to do it. It's just too much effort on my part, and it's too far away, and I'm not doing it. So that's a no on that. But I did enjoy talking to him. However, the more you talk, the more the person reveals, right? There's a ton of people online who have no business on a dating site at all, which is really a mating site. They're just looking for bed partners, men and women both, okay? This child right here, I don't participate in such nonsense, so it's not going to happen. But he had no business on a dating site. He's not in a position to date anyone, okay? He doesn't even have his own place. An apartment, a townhome, a house, a condo. He's babysitting his cousin's house. She's in Florida. She's got this 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. And she does not stay on top of the upkeep of the house. So it's starting to fall apart. It's got multiple issues. He's been staying there because she asked him to, and because the people who rented the house before he stayed there, they supposedly trashed the house, which probably happened because people do not respect your stuff. They may not even respect their own stuff. They may not even know what respect means, which is common in the year 2021. Anyway, so she wanted him to stay there indefinitely to keep an eye on the house. But he's been without heat for 3 days. Probably going on 4 now. She doesn't need to worry about heat because she's worried about her suntan in Florida. So she ain't really worried about who's cold and who's not. And he's a damn fool because let me tell you how it would go down if I was there. First of all, I'm not going to stay at your place without a place to fall back on. Because if there's a gas leak at your house or there's some other craziness going on, I have to deal with it alone because your behind is all the way in Florida, okay? She hasn't dropped a dime to get the heater on. He had to spend his money to get heaters, space heaters. I want you to look at my face real close. I'm not spending money on space heaters. You're going to either A, come off some money and get the heat working, or B, I'm out. If I got to stay at a friend's house because I'm too dumb to have my own place, then I'll stay at a friend's house. Whatever I have to do because you obviously don't care. This person's doing you a favor. They're staying at your house to protect your house. The least your lazy ass could do is get some heat going on because you haven't done nothing else. Okay? You 20-something miles away. I mean, not miles. Hours. 20-something hours away. So you don't really care. I'd make her care. I'll tell you what. I need some heat by such and such a day or I'm going to have to leave because I'm not going to stay cold. I run hot, So the no heat would probably work for me. But you're looking at, if the weather drops, frozen pipes and whatnot. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna be in that situation. Anyway, so he's stupid for putting up with it. I'd give her a time limit to get the heat on, or I'm gonna leave. I'll drive by every now and then, make sure it's okay. But people will do what you let them do. Let me repeat that. People will do what you allow them to do. So if she don't have to come off her damn money, she's not gonna do it. And she'd be worried about her house, because my behind would be exit stage left. Got that? Good. So, yeah, he's dumb for putting up with it. He's just a damn idiot. So, and you can bet your sweet Patushka that she's not going to reimburse him for the space heaters that he had to buy. You think he's going to get reimbursed? What are you, nuts? That's not going to happen. She ain't going to do that. She's all about her. I will fix that problem. Trust me. No. And if the pipes did freeze, you can't have a shower or nothing because the pipes are frozen and no water's going through. Look, I wouldn't play with you like that. No. No. Why do I always have to wear my drink? I'm trying to figure why I have to do this. So anyway, quit laughing. It's not funny. Okay. So the first conversation, and this is where people play with their devices so much that when it comes down to socializing, they don't know what's normal, what's not normal. They just don't get it. And the first conversation on the phone, all right? I don't know this dude from a can of paint. Yes, we got along well, but that's not the point. I still don't know you from a can of paint. So he was like, I'm sorry, I'm flashing the paper because I'm freaking hot. I could put the fan on, but it's probably going to make a lot of noise. Anyway, if I was in Florida, I'd be in the ocean. Well, not now because it's nighttime and the sharks would be looking for meals, and I don't want to be a meal, and I like where my arms and legs are located. So anyway, quit laughing. All right? It's rude. So anyway, first conversation on the phone. He is wanting to come to my house right away and meet me and stay at my house. What? Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm old fashioned. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know, but I think if you're a total stranger to a woman, you should, at least for the first night, offer to stay in a hotel. I don't want to infringe on your personal space, especially a man. You are a man. I don't know what you're going to do to me or what your back history is. It's just a proper gentlemanly thing to do. Okay? I don't want to just assume that I'm going to be laying in your bed. Okay? And I don't know you from a can of paint, but you got to open up your home to me. I don't know you, man. I've never even met you face to face yet. So I didn't feel comfortable with that whatsoever. He goes, I'm not a killer or anything. I said, well, that's all well and good, but no, it's just not, I don't do that. Okay. I'm a loner anyway, so it's a lot easier for me to stay alone. And with as ignorant as people are, oh baby, staying alone is a hell of a lot more sexy than being with somebody. I'm just telling you, because it's peaceful. All right? And I love me some peace. Okay? So that was improper. He should have at least offered to stay in a hotel for one night. You know, I get you, if you don't feel comfortable with me, then I could just go ahead and leave. Or maybe you shouldn't just assume that you're going to stay at a total stranger's house, especially a woman and you are a man. It's just not something you should do, especially when you don't know them. Anyway, move right along. So, that wasn't going to happen. And then at one point he wanted me to drive all the way to see him. And he's 3.5 hours away. I ain't driving no damn where. Okay? And I damn sure not driving almost 4 hours for somebody I don't even know. And I'm going to stay in a cold ass house with you because you too stupid to get out of there? No, we're not playing that game either. Look, you see my face, right? So anyway, that wasn't going to happen either. I'm not driving all the way to you. You're not coming all the way here, staying at my house. It's just not going to happen. I don't freaking know you. You know, he made some kind of snide comment about the blonde hair. My hair was blonde at one point. It's been every color under the moon. I do different styles all the time. That's just how I roll. I get bored and I change my look. And he said something about, well, when your hair is blonde, your face looks bigger. Excuse you? And you know, my response was, first of all, that's so out of line. Women do not get turned on by insults. We don't go, oh, baby. Oh, the way you insult me is just so freaking hot. We don't like that. So knock it off. It's just stupid. You don't say negative things to people. You don't say derogatory things to people. And you damn sure don't do that when you're supposedly trying to make an impression. You're making an impression, but it's so not a good one. I hate to tell you, but... So, anyway... I don't know, it's just losing my cool with him. I'm just like, not losing my cool. Like, I wasn't getting mad at him, but I was just like, this is such a dead end. You don't even have your own... I didn't say it. But since you throwing insults about my hair, I could easily say, you don't even own your own home. So instead of jumping up and down on somebody, maybe you should jump in the road and drive up and down the neighborhood and find a place to live. Anyway, so, I mean, I could be harsh, but I try not to be. But it's not hard for me to be harsh because my patience level is 0 when it comes to people, especially silly-ass men. So not all men are silly, so don't... If you don't fit in this category, don't trip. Okay? Let it slide. Let it slide to the side. Anyway, and so the dude I talked to today... He claims he was in the Army. He's 69 years old, which is really a bit much for me. But I figure we can have a conversation. If nothing else, we can have a friendship out of it. And I'm, like I said, I'm so detached from them. But talking doesn't hurt anything. So the more I got to know about him, the weirder he is. And he was in the Army and I don't know if he made it a career or didn't make it a career. But after he got out of the Army, I think, is when he went into food services and he became a supervisor of food services. And I'm thinking to myself, don't get me wrong, feeding people is a good thing, right? Patients at the hospital have to eat. But with all of your background, that's what you aspired to do. I didn't say anything, but I'm thinking it in my mind afterwards. That was your biggest aspiration, to be a food service supervisor? I mean, if you're young or you're in college, I could see you doing something like that. And managerial or supervisory skills are great. Regardless of what the field is, that's great. It shows that you have leadership qualities. But at the age that you are and you're still working, that was your biggest aspiration in life after the military, is to go into food services. It's just weird. It's just weird. Oh, it gets weirder. Don't you even think it doesn't? Y'all have to understand that just because your parents taught you something, that does not mean that it's normal. Let me repeat that. Just because your parents taught you stupidness, that does not mean that it's normal. And somebody in your life should tell you, why are you doing that? That's really odd. Why are you doing that? Nobody had enough intelligence to tell you that when you go swimming, you don't wear your jeans, your underwear, your socks, and your t-shirt to go swimming. You don't do that. You wear swim trunks if you're a guy, and you wear, maybe if you're like super self-conscious, you might wear a t-shirt with it, and if it gets wet, so what? You don't really care. But nobody's judging your body when they are in nature and they're swimming and they're having a good time. Ain't nobody going, look at that dude over there. He actually had the nerve to take his shirt off. Or, you don't want people looking at you because you're super self-conscious and the insecurity runs so deep that you still cannot wear swim trunks in public because your silly ass parents taught you to swim fully dressed. I hope he doesn't wear sneakers in the water, but he might. I don't know how twisted this goes. But just because you learned it as a child, regardless of what it is, that doesn't make it normal. Your parents could be dysfunctional. Your grandparents could be dysfunctional. Your great-grandparents could be dysfunctional. So guess what? Your responsibility, or someone in the family's responsibility, is, that goes back generations, but guess what? We ain't doing that stupidness in this family. We're not doing that. That's dumb. So, like, on one hand, you don't want people staring at you because you're shy to reveal your body, which is totally ridiculous. Women are not turned on by insecurity, okay? It just doesn't make us hot. So if someone was going to rob us and we're walking down the street, you going to be hiding behind me? No, bro. No, bro. You're going to have to be a lion. That's what we want. We want you to fake it until you make it. Knock the hell out of the robber so I could go run and get some help. I'll knock the hell out of him too, pick up a big rock or something off the ground, go upside his head, and then I'll run for help. We could do this as a team, but if you're going to run behind me and you're insecure and you're scared, I can't handle that. You're almost 70 years old and you're self-conscious about your body, which goes into insecurity, which goes into, that could lead to jealousy because I don't think much of myself, so if you're looking into somebody else and you smiling at him, you might be trying to get with him. You're probably going to leave me any day now. So it's not just an insecurity about his body. I'm sure that the insecurity goes all over the place, and that could be why he's in. And I'm not insulting people who work in food services, but you should have goals aside from that, I would think, when you're younger. Okay, nobody's goal in life is to make a burger for somebody. I appreciate people who do that. College was not for them. They're perfectly okay working at Burger King the rest of their life. But come on, are you serious right now? But anyway, the insecurity could go deeper than I can't reveal myself in public. It could go real deep. Jealousy. I know you're going to leave me, calling me 25 times on my phone if we were to be in a relationship. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Who you talking to? Who you talking to? Who's that guy? What guy? I hear a guy in the background. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? This could go deeper than you don't know how to wear a swimsuit in public. You see what I'm saying? So insecurity is not cute. That does not make women go, oh my God, he's so freaking hot. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Fake it until you make it. And your parents were dense in the head if they taught you to swim fully dressed. So you don't want people staring at you, but they're going to stare at you because you're the only idiot here fully dressed going into the goddamn river or the lake. You look stupid. It never occurred to you that's dumb. How old are you? Almost 70? And it don't occur to you that this is weird? And then I think, is normal just impossible to achieve? Okay? You're not hanging out with me. I quit talking to him because that just threw me for a loop. I'm sorry, that just threw me for a goddamn loop. And I know people who are extremely jealous and they have fights all the time because of the insecurity. Because the jealousy usually goes right along with that. Because you don't think much of yourself. So if you don't think much of yourself and you don't have any confidence, you're going to assume that your partner is always going to be searching for someone better. And you're probably right. We don't want you to be a mouse. We want you to be a lion. We want to know that if something went down, you could protect us. We don't want to think that we're going to have to be on our own when you know what hits the fan. We're on our own because you're in the background going, I can't fight. I'm not good at that. Look, you better go sit down somewhere is what you better do. So, you get to the point where you don't talk to anybody normal. Everybody's got quirks and weird rules and regulations. I told you I talked to a guy the other day who Christianity forbids him from having fun on Sunday, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. One of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Christianity does not ban you from having a good time. It does not. It doesn't ban you from having fun on Sunday. That is just absolutely ludicrous. And the more you talk to wackadoos, the more you go, is normal just a setting on The washing machine. Is it? Because it sure seems like it. But yeah, I want you to look at things that you grew up with. Just because you were raised that way, that doesn't mean it's normal. Your parents could be sick. Your parents could be dysfunctional. Your parents could be dysfunctional because their parents taught them to be dysfunctional. Okay? So somebody in the family has to be smart enough to say, we were raised that way, but it ain't going down like that now. I'm not putting my kids through that. I'm not going, hopefully I'll teach them right. When they have kids, they'll teach their kids right. We got to break the dysfunction. Now, with that being said, my friend and I, we took the kids to his grandsons. We took them to Current River back in the day, a couple years ago. And there was an Amish guy who was wearing shoes, socks, jeans, and a shirt. And he was swimming like that. But he's Amish. So his religion forbids him, his religion actually does forbid for you to, you can't reveal skin in public. So that's a different story. Is it weird? Yes. But at the same time, you kind of understand it because it's a religious thing. But if you're doing it because your parents were whack and they taught you to do that, bro, you ain't going out with me looking like that. And everybody looking at me like we go to the river or to the lake or whatever. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me get this. We go to the river or wherever we go. And everybody's like, if we were a couple, which will never happen. Yo, Denise, that's my real name. Why is your man wearing shoes, socks, jeans, and a shirt and a t-shirt to go for a swim? He looks stupid. I'll be like, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. I don't freaking know. You ain't going out with me acting that dumb. I'm sorry. We'll be the laughing stock of the entire river. No, I'm sorry. No, you're not doing that with me. Nope. We're all insecure about something. We're too tall. We're too short. We got too many curves. We don't have enough curves. Our hair is straight. We always wanted it curly. Some people have an issue with they can't talk in public. It makes them go into a panic attack. And I understand all of that. Everybody has insecurities, but some things are just totally dumb to be insecure about. It's just dumb. And, he claims he went to therapy. And I said, and this is a key point too. Therapy requires you to find a good therapist. And a lot of therapists are not right in the head. I'm just going to keep it real with you. And I know this from experience. All right. A lot of therapists are whack themselves. So how can they be, a counselor to you when they can't even get their own act together? So therapists are like finding a pair of shoes. You have to try different ones until you find the right fit. Don't try it once or twice and go, well, that didn't work for me. And if you went to counseling, which he claims he went to counseling because his parents, he alluded to his parents have done things to him that he has forgiven them for. I didn't even go in details about that because I don't really want to know. I am so out of there. Okay. You're a little too weird for me, bro. You're just a little too weird for me. And I told him, I said, well, if you went to therapy and your behavior is still the same, the therapy didn't work. And you have to find a therapist that they're like shoes. You got to try them on till you get the right fit. Okay. So hopefully I gave you guys some pearls of wisdom and be cool like ice cubes. Stay safe. No drinking and driving and no texting while driving. Dramatic things happen during the holidays. People get killed. And I don't want y'all getting hurt. I don't want you hurting somebody else. And I don't want you killing somebody else. I want you to be careful. Get a designated driver if you're going to be partying for the holidays and all this other stuff. I want you to be smart and be careful, okay? Nobody needs to die. You can actually control that. You got control over that. All right? Watch what you do. Be careful. Be safe. Love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.